Okay, 1, 2, 3.
You're on YouTube Live. So everything is recording on YouTube Live right now, whatever we're saying. So when you go to the Buffalo Bangla YouTube channel, you'll see from the beginning. We go 30 seconds, right? Just let me know. I was always behind the camera. They put me at the front of the camera right now. Johnny, let me know.
তুমি 30 সেকেন্ড পরে শুরু করো, ওকে?
So I'm not on mute anyway, so I don't have to touch that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, dear viewers. আমি ফজল করিম বাফলো বাংলা ফেসবুক লাইভ থেকে আপনাদেরকে জানাচ্ছি আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা। আপনারা যে যেখানে আছেন আশা করি সবাই সুস্থ আছেন, ভালো আছেন। আজকে আমাদের সাথে যুক্ত আছেন সিস্টার জুয়ারিয়া দাহির, এক্সটার্নাল অ্যাফেয়ার্স ম্যানেজার, অফিস অফ দ্য মেয়র সিটিজেন সার্ভিসেস, and Sahi Chaudhary, supervisor mayor summer youth program. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Juaria Dahir and Sahi Chaudhary. How are you? You need to unmute it.
Good. Assalamu alaikum. We're doing well. How are you doing?
Wa alaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. So, first of all, I'll go to Sister Juaria Dahir. So I think the introduction I gave for you is not enough. So we want to know what's your responsibility in City Hall and what's your responsibility in the community, if you can tell us about something.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. And before I even start, of course, I just want to honor the fact that Ramadan is going to be approaching. So to all our amazing viewers, Muslim or not Muslim, Ramadan Kareem. We'll be celebrating that hopefully in the next day or so. So with that, my name is Juwaria Dahir. I work in the mayor's office. Professionally, I'm a city planner. And much of the work that I do really hones on community engagement because I work out of Division of Citizen Services. And a lot of that really is anchored around inner city neighborhood development projects. It can range from beautification to restoration initiatives. And the number one commodity we have is people. So anything that impacts people, we are usually on the front line working on those initiatives. One other kind of hat that I wear is I also oversee the mayor's AmeriCorps Vista program. It's a anti-poverty reduction initiative. And each year we recruit many talented young individuals through that program. And then we deploy them to a different city departments where they can help build capacity. So depending on where the kind of the passion and the mission of that individual that applies lies in, we kind of deploy them into a city department. So that's kind of what I do in a nutshell. When I'm not working at City Hall, I'm definitely championing much of you know, the work that happens in the community. I live on the West Side, and I kind of look at that as my second home. My first home being I'm ethnically from East Africa. That's what I meant by that. So we have a wonderful program, a local nonprofit organization that I share a platform with, Sahi, and I'm happy that he's with me today. We're both board members with Heal International, and we do a couple of different works, but one of the main works that we do is we have a Mayor Summer Youth Program, we have a Women Empowerment Initiative, and we also do a ton of work around conflict resolution. It's basically, it started off with a group of young, I should say actually seniors, that were immigrant refugees that came to the country and felt like there just wasn't an institution or an organization that was meeting their needs. They wanted to make sure that they kind of held on to their traditional values, but also, you know, kind of adapted to society. And so with that, they were bridging the gap. And I'm very happy to be part of that organization and kind of uplifting their mission in that work.
Thank you so much, sister. Now I'm going to Sahi. So can you explain your responsibility in community as a supervisor, sum up your program from the mayor, and also we know you work with council member Mitch Nowaski for the Fillmore district. Can you explain to us your responsibility?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having me. And also, I'm very happy to be to join by Buffalo Banga live page with my friend, with my sister, Joya. We work on different, she's been helping me from the day I joined with Hill International. If I don't understand anything, she's the one who is teaching me stuff. We all are learning new things. As I introduce myself, first of all, I work for Mayor Summer Youth. It's been almost 3 years. And first I joined as an intern, and then I got promoted for a supervisor. 2017, I was an intern, and then 2018, I started my job professionally as a supervisor. And 2018, I got involved with Hill International. Hill International is a very good organization that is helping people, especially refugee people who is new to the country, whose language is a second language. With being said, Joya, anything you need help, if you reach out to Hill, you can get a lot of resource, and you can utilize the resources you can like need in order to use the resources. And being a supervisor, last year we had 117 interns, so we are 5 supervisors, and me and Fahad, we were 2 of them. We handled the whole program, and I love to work with Hill. As I mentioned, Hill is a great organization to work with. All the board members are very friendly, helpful. I wish we could have bring all the board member here, but unfortunately we can't. But we 2 are here. As you know, I'm also the board member, as also Joria. And for the Fillmore District Council, you know, I joined, I'm his office staff. For the community, I'm trying my best to help, and my councilman, he is doing food pantry who are in needs, which some family they reach out to me in order to get some, if they can get some food, or what council member is doing. Basically, council member right now, what he's doing is he is giving a lot of city's money to the organization. He is giving support to the organization, local or nonprofit organization. He's giving food pantry to the people, to the family, especially the senior in our city. As I mentioned, especially the older people, they don't have a mail. So he is trying to help out the community as well as I'm trying to help the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahi, for your wonderful information and your introduction. And I'll go back to Sister Joaria. So my question about the Mayor Summer Youth Program. So what ages are requirement and what education requirement to enroll into this program?
Sure. And thanks for that, Sahi. And I think Sahi can actually speak so much well into it because he's also a summer youth and is eligible for the program. So the only major restriction, of course, is your age. You've got to be over 14, I believe, up until 21, and you have to be a City of Buffalo resident. It's not based on the family household income, etc. But much of that information can be found online if you just go to the City of Buffalo website. And one notable good thing is with the COVID-19 crisis, not many people have been able to submit their application on time. So the mayor was generous enough to extend that time by 30 days. So if you're watching this live message today, please, please, please make sure your children or family members submit their application. The application is due this Friday. The easiest way to do that, again, is just by going online on the city website and filling out the application and submitting it right away. It should really just take about 15 minutes to submit your application.
Thank you. So my next question is, what are the areas, if any students enroll in this program, and what are the areas they get to work? Like what organization or the doctor office or the clinic or hospital they get to work with?
Sure. Many people that kind of go through the program, sometimes they are going through some sort of a referral system. They already have an idea of where they see their future 5 years from now. So if they're interested in the medical field, they'll try to lock down on a internship in the medical field. If it's more on community-based related, hopefully they'll consider an organization like HEAL. And other times, it's in the public sector. So oftentimes the individual applicant will seek out where they want to go, and other times they rely on the youth department, and the mayor's community services department really does a good job on just trying to match individuals on where they want to go to. I don't know, Sahi, if you have any specific things that you want to add on, because I know you're a current summer youth. Have you heard from others and how they kind of pick and choose where they want to go?
Yeah, thank you, Joria.
So before that, I wanted to actually ask Sahi about the compensation of the summer program. So how much is the salary could be, and what is the beneficiary for those students who are enrolling those programs, and how it's work on their resume, how it could work, like how can help them out with this because of this program? You can explain.
Yeah, thank you again. So with that, with the resume, they will help. They will get. It's gonna be a very good help with the resume, especially if it's their first time. If they start as an intern, they can put in their resume that they are an intern by it's a the program run by Mayor W. Brown. So definitely, and after the program, the mayor and from the basically I work under Hill International, so they will provide a certificate of recognition with mayor name on it, and especially it's going to be a very good to build the resume. It's, let's say they want to apply for a job, so they need their experience first, their skills, and after that they can put that they did work as an intern for Mayor Summer Youth. That will definitely let's admit that, and that is a
Thank
good
you.
resume.
So it is really a wonderful opportunity for the students who are in high school to get to know the outside of the world instead of sitting inside the home during the summertime. They get to know a lot of people, city officials, and different professional people. So it's a good opportunity, I think, for our youth. And I have another question to Joaria Dahir. So in this situation, COVID-19, because you work with the mayor office, work for the citizens in our community. So what kind of benefits our community going to have or having in this situation?
Sure. And my goodness, you know, a few weeks ago we didn't really have this issue. So the fact that we're talking about it today just really kind of emphasizes on the severity of the case. But something I definitely want to mention on is, you know, City of Buffalo, we have a aging number of populations. There's a high percentage of poverty, and we have different pockets, you know, of individuals that have been historically marginalized, or others that just suffer from additional health crises. So with that, something that the mayor really wanted to do is make sure that every individual from our vulnerable populations has a means of accessing or at least seeking help. And one way to do that is of course, through social media and uses of technology. But you know, for those that don't have a phone, for those that are not able to go online or have individuals that can check on them, um, we wanted to make sure we take the extra step. So what the mayor did is on April, I believe it was April 3rd, he announced the Good Neighbor Network. And there's a ton of information out there on the city website, etc., but also just on the news channel. But it's basically a new initiative that alerts residents to the needs of people nearby. So as part of the program, what the city did was we distributed a collective of over 150,000 door hangers. And maybe at the bottom of this chat, I'll post a screenshot of what the door hangers look like, but it has two sides on it. And one side of the hanger has information and resources. And then on the other side, the bright side, which is the pink side, basically reads, "I need a good neighbor." And it's designed to alert volunteers and police department and just really anybody else that this individual needs help. And that's really been helpful. We've been able to distribute, again, the 150,000 door hangers. So we're hoping that, you know, volunteers and neighbors will rely on neighbors. But those that are fortunate enough to have members in their family or friends or colleagues that can check on them, I think a lot of people have just been going above them, you know, above and beyond to go and do that. And I definitely don't want to leave out all the amazing food pantries that have opened up their doors. There's a ton of them. But the one that I definitely want to give a shout out to, because they're the one only halal providing food pantry, is Feed Buffalo. And it's organized by Drea Noor. I'll try to put that information on also when this video chat ends. But again, there's so many food pantries and so many resources available. And I think people are really coming together to at least, you know, figure out ways that they can reduce the whole social isolation part within the social distancing phase.
So you were talking about the Feed Buffalo. They have the halal food. What kind of food they're serving? Do they have regular groceries also they're serving?
It's a food pantry. So what they do is you can either put in a request and tell them what kind of options you need. What they aim to do is they aim to heal and educate and transform food deserts into just thriving communities. That's kind of their mission. And they provide access to free, locally sourced. So it's coming from like a local farm. It's healthy options, again, halal food. And if you do need this type of food, once you go into their website, it's just feedbuffalo.org. You fill in your name, your address, your zip code and email, and then you kind of mention the number of people that are in your household, whether they're over 65, if they're under 18, if you have any allergy restrictions, if you eat meats, and then you hit submit. There's also another option on the website where they have a Ramadan food giveaway, and they're giving away 100 healthy bags to Muslims within the community. And within that, the shopping list, I think from the top of my head, it includes just pasta, dates, chickpeas, coconut water, just organic pasta, organic tomato paste, almond milk, and some eggs and toiletries, etc. So there's a couple of different options. And I think it's great that they're specifically focusing on especially halal food, because although there's a ton of food pantries, because of our Muslim community, we're limited to eating halal food with meat. So I think this option is really going to help a lot of our poor or vulnerable Muslim populations.
For the community, do you have the phone number handy for Feed Buffalo for our community at the moment, or you can put later on the Facebook?
No, I don't have their number, but their email is, I mean, their website is just feedbuffalo.org. I think they might have their number posted on there, but I'm not so sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll go back to Sahi right now. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually just pulled it up on my screen right here. It's the number is 716-588-0137. Again, it's 716-588-0137, and that's Feed Buffalo, New York. And their location is 456 Massachusetts Avenue on 14213.
Thank you. So I'll go back to Sahi right now. So from your council member office, what are the uh, like action they are taking at this situation for our community, especially for the Muslim community in South Asia?
As you know, the governor he extend the New York's pause law until May 15. So what we our message from the district or from myself, the message will be please stay home. Please follow social distancing. Please, if you need something, please go out for that. Don't if you don't need anything, please don't go outside because as you know, it can right now you can get a virus with the air in and you never know when you will get it. Especially I'm telling the older people that if you need something, choose someone from your house who's younger, who have who have more whose immune system is very strong. So please, especially older people, stay home, stay safe, and in the community, as I mentioned, there is, if you search, there is every district, every block have a food pantry. If you just search it up, you can from New York State Crystal People's Talks. I think I saw that on her page. Every block, every district have a food pantry. So if you need food, please please utilize the resource that have it. And also, I would like to add on Joaria, there is another. I saw a post on Mayor Brown Facebook page. There is with Mayor Brown and the Buffalo Police Commissioner Lockwood. They are going to distribute some grocery in family of need in this Friday. I can give you the address. Give me a sec.
Thank you, Sahi. So I'll go back to Joria again. So from the mayor office, we have we heard the so sad news. So people are dying because of the COVID-19, and for those are in the Muslim community, we have to do the funeral and to go to the janaza and to bury them. We need enough. We don't have enough kit like PPE stuff to go to complete those uh, thing, and what mayor office can help us to do complete those stuff.
Yeah, no, those are really, really good questions. Of course, something that we're fortunate here in the city of Buffalo is we have we have a Erie County office and we have a health department that actually kind of deals with and all the regulations and kind of is better fit to answer some of those questions. So we're fortunate to have, of course, a county executive and a mayor that both work hand in hand. But some of the health related questions, I would definitely encourage residents to contact the health department directly. But in terms of specific giveaways that you mentioned, for instance, there was a lot of time that was spent just figuring out, where the kind of the heavy pot, where majority of the COVID cases are coming from. And I think preliminary data was just showing that a lot of the cases were coming from the 14215 zip code. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of the vulnerable populations were also residing in. But fortunate enough, I think the community came together and there was a giveaway of, masks and I think additional supplies of hand sanitizer, etc. We're hoping that more people in the community will step up kind of to collaborate with the city. Because things are just so it's just so much, there's so many limitations right now to just get those face masks. Some of the people that have put in orders right now are waiting for 3 weeks, if not more. There aren't really any specific timelines where any free distributions are being given out right now. But I know a lot of the priority right now is, of course, getting them to healthcare workers and essential workers. And I think part of the burial process is, taking care of the deceased person. I think that's definitely one of the critical aspects. So that might be more of a hospital related question. I don't know if when somebody passes away as a result of COVID, what the limitations are in terms of how many people can be on site, etc. But again, kind of following through with what our local imams are telling us. And maybe what I will also encourage actually is to follow up with the Western New York Imam Council. They do a great job of just coordinating a centralized message with all the Muslim leaders, to figure out what happens when a Muslim brother or sister passes away from the COVID. How do we, correctly bury and honor in a dignified manner for our, Muslim brothers and sisters. So I'll try to find out more information too, but following up with your local Muslim leaders, your imam, the masjids, and just kind of contacting the health department, that would be my best advice.
Thank you. So we are going to different ideas at this moment. So for the census, we actually posted about the census to fill out this form. Like we are encouraging different languages also. So can you explain us about the census, how we can do it, and what's the profit of doing it?
Sure, I'll talk a little bit about that. So number one, something that everybody needs to know is that the census has a high impact in our community. It really determines how hundreds, if not billions of dollars is spent, the dollars that comes from federal funding. And they determine it really based on the number of people that live in a specific parcel of land. Hence, you see the mayor and county executive and just all of these elected officials telling us, reminding us, bombarding us with commercials on TV, fill in the census. So again, that's how it's determined. And the funding is basically how it's basically comes through to the community every year, and it'll kind of determine how much we need from now until the next few decades. And that funding, again, it shapes many different aspects of every part of our community, no matter how, the size, no matter what location. It's very simple. All you have to do really is go to my2020census.gov. And I think there's many different ways you can apply. You can do it by texting, by emailing, by calling. It really should just take a few minutes, but the website is so accessible. It's my2020census.gov.
Thank you. So we heard at this moment, I don't know, this is because of the situation, or we heard some of the recruiter, they might go into the home door-to-door enrolling for the census. They should go out.
Yeah, I think a lot of the census effort have been because of the whole COVID crisis. I don't know if there's still any more door-to-door. I think a lot of them now is just filling out online, or just kind of telling people fill it out by following a specific link and then getting those messages translated. But I believe there isn't any more door-to-door reminders. But as a result of people watching this channel, hopefully they'll understand the importance of completing the census. Yeah, that's kind of how we're advocating for everybody to respond.
Thank you. So we'll go back to Sahi right now. So we are going back to the summer mayor and youth internship again. So Sahi, so what is your plan like in next year? Are you still going to be the supervisor for the mayor summer youth program, or you have any other plan, or you have planned to like bringing more community youth into your program and take them to the upper management level? What's your plan?
Yeah, my plan is actually this will be my last year officially from city of Buffalo, because my age requirements is gonna be with the program requirements and my requirements. My age is not my age will be not for the program. So for the what I will for Mayor Summer Youth, I get benefited in many ways. Where am I today is because of for Mayor Summer Youth. I make new friends. Of course, I earn a decent amount money, which I was very happy about it. And I'm encouraging everyone, as Joya mentioned, in if I can talk a little bit briefly in about the program. So in it's a 6 week program, 20-hour per week, and every every week we do a different kind of activity. So we do community surveys per week. Like we select a like for 6 weeks. So we do like maybe each week we'll do like one day community surveys. Other day we invite official from medical field, from law enforcement, from different kind of career path the intern want to go to. Like let's say last year we invited from Buffalo Police Department, Captain Nichols. We invited few doctor who works at Benwood. We invited FBI. Basically, FBI is very interesting to know. So many people are interested going in onto FBI. So my plan is to go for to become a police officer. And as you know, I joined Buffalo Reserve. For the year coming, I'm encouraging intern to get involved in, like I know a lot of your they are focusing on playing games. I will say if you get involved with Mayor Summit program, your future will be bright, and you will open the way. You will get a lot of resource. You will have a lot of connection with high official, and you can get first the very important thing is you can get a letter of recommendation, which will, when you work from Mayor Somayu, they can write letter of recommendation for you, which you can use it for anything. And I will encourage everyone, every youth, to apply online. The deadline is this Friday, and please write Hill International in the application. And after you, if you apply after Friday, you don't want to be in a waiting list. If you're in waiting list, it's gonna be hard. It will be hard process to put you back on, because as I mentioned, last year we had 117, and it will be hard for me to put it in the program, or the coordinator also, because when the gap is fill out, it fill out. So again, I'm encouraging everyone, please apply online, and the requirements, you need your working papers, birth certificate, proof of Buffalo residency, family income, social security card, and your most recent report card. And you have to be, again, that's what you have to keep that on mind, that you have to have a good grade, like a good average for your school. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahi, for your wonderful answer. It is really a good opportunity. Once again, I'm going to tell everyone, like, if anybody eligible for this program, please apply for it. The Friday is the last date for it.
Friday is the deadline
Laura.
is this Friday.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Okay. So I'm going to Joya here again. So every year we see that a lot of organizations are doing beautiful, tremendous job in the community about the neighborhood beautification program. So can you explain us something about
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just it being April means it's Earth Month, and April 22nd, of course, being Earth Day. And then, of course, just with spring, many people are now looking for different ways that they can either remove litter from their neighborhood, or beautify it, or restore it. The good news is there are some funding available for neighborhood organizations or block club organizations, or even small businesses that are looking to do some of that work. There's a program that's run out of the Mayor's Office of Citizen Services called Love Your Block. And Love Your Block basically is a high impact service strategy, and it brings together residents and volunteers to help revitalize neighborhoods. And they can either select a specific block or a street intersection. And in most instances, what they do is they apply for a specific mini grant that we offer. And the scale of the mini grant right now ranges from $250 to $1,500. And depending on the project scale that the organization wants to do, they get funding for it. So some of the applicants in the past that won the grants, and I should mention that we actually awarded 29 organizations last year. So we're hoping to, again, match that same number, if not increase it. And each organization kind of comes up with a different project. Some of the winners worked on activating a vacant lot. We know that areas where there's been a high percentage of demolitions, there's vacant lot, and sometimes it can just be an eyesore to the community. So turning that into like a community garden or a play area, that's kind of really helps to restore that neighborhood. So we're hoping to fund projects like that. For others, sometimes they want to just revitalize a community space. They want to put some sort of benches and flower beds, or add additional landscaping, murals, maybe putting up a block club sign, whatever that is. That's something also that we can fund. In other instances, people are applying to cover the cost of there's a principle called crime prevention through environmental design. So thinking about the design of the neighborhoods, just adding additional lighting to make sure that, or surveillance to make sure that, the safety perception of the neighborhood changes. So whatever it is, the program is called Love Your Block. Again, it's open to any city residents. And ideally what we do is we ask for groups to come together, whether form a block through a block club or a community-based organization or even a small business, to apply for the grants. And then there's a group of individuals within the city, including myself. We review the applications, and 99% of the time, if again the application is in line with the criteria that we've set, where they're looking to either restore a neighborhood, and it has to be a neighborhood that's currently blighted. So there has to be an issue such as blight that they're trying to mitigate. We go ahead and fund them. And again, the funding would be immediate. The projects would hopefully then be completed by July or September. But because of the COVID crisis, we have extended the deadline. Our initial deadline was April 20th. Now we've extended it by 30 days. So we're accepting applications up until May 20th. And we're going to see how our project's timeline is going to work. In the application, you have to basically submit the core mission of the organization, the types of projects you're going to do, the number of volunteers you're going to secure that are going to help you complete the projects. And we've kind of tweaked the RFP right now to make sure that, it's not going to cause any challenges for people to submit the application given the COVID crisis. But for anyone that has any questions, I'm more than happy to leave my information below. If not, you can again just visit us on City of Buffalo website, go to the Division of Citizen Services, and just select Love Your Block. Our email is also loveyourblog@city-buffalo.com. And myself or somebody from the team is definitely going to reach back out to you. So we hope everybody watching here is going to be inspired to find a way to love their block and hopefully get some funding.
Thank you so much, sister, for your wonderful information. I hope all the organizations, they are actually doing the good job in the community. They will get encouraged by doing this and get the enough recognition from the mayor office. So we are almost end of the program. Before we end it, we want Sahi to say something about the mayor summer youth program in Bangla, and after that, I want Sister Joaria Dahe to say something for our viewers for 2 or 1 minute. I'll start with Sahi first.
Thank you. আজকে আমার এই লাইভ ভিডিও সবাই যারা দেখতেছেন সবাইকে আমি আমার সালাম দিচ্ছি, এবং আমি যেটা ফোকাস করতে ইন্টার্নদেরকে ফোকাস করতে বলতেছি, তোমরা সামার ইন্টার্নশিপ, এটা তোমরা যদি সামার ইন্টার্নশিপে ইনভলভ হও, অনেক ভবিষ্যতে অনেক আগিয়ে যেতে পারবে, এবং অনেক লাইফে ফার্স্ট অফ অল এডুকেশন তোমার সবার হলো এটা ফার্স্ট প্রায়োরিটি। এরপরে আমরা যদি অনেক জিনিস স্টার্ট ওয়ে শুরু করার জন্য সামার ইয়ারটাই হচ্ছে সব থেকে বড় একটা সোর্স এবং একটা হেল্পফুল, যেটাই এই ইন্টার্নশিপটা করলে অনেক এই ইন্টার্নশিপ ওই ক্যারিয়ারটা অনেক উপরে নিয়ে যাবে। যেমন কেউ যদি মেডিকেল ফিল্ডে যেতে চায়, মেডিকেল ফিল্ড, পুলিশ অফিসার, ল এনফোর্সমেন্ট, FBI, যে কোনো ওয়ের জন্য, যে কোনো জবের জন্য ফার্স্টই ওরা কাউকেই যে হোক ওকে একটা ইন্টার্নশিপ নিতে হয়। সো সামার ইউথ ইন্টার্নশিপটা হলো ফার্স্ট ওয়ে ওইটার ওই ওয়েতে নেওয়ার জন্য। অ্যান্ড আরেকটা যেটা আমি বলবো, আপনারা সবাই জানেন আমি ফিলমোর ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কাউন্সিল মেম্বার নরকাউস্কি অর স্টাফের আন্ডারে কাজ করতেছি। আপনাদের যে কোনো জিনিস, কোনো কনসার্ন ওর কোনো কিছু আপনারা অফকোর্স আপনারা রেসিডেন্ট হিসাবে আপনাদের, আমরা হলাম পাবলিক সার্ভেন্ট, আপনাদের যে কোনো কনসার্ন, যে কোনো সেফটি ইস্যু আপনাদের স্পেশালি ফিলমোর ডিস্ট্রিক্টে কোনো কিছু দরকার, কোনো কিছু কনসার্ন, আপনারা আমাকে ইমেল করতে পারেন। আমার ইমেল অ্যাড্রেস হলো schaudhary@city-buffalo.com। থ্যাংক ইউ সবাইকে, ভালো থাকুন, ঘরে থাকুন, সুস্থ থাকুন। আমরা ইনশাআল্লাহ এই প্যান্ডামিক আমরা will face it together and stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Right, Joria?
Sure. I don't know if I can match it. I don't speak Bangla. I wish I did.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You can go ahead, Sai. Enjoy.
Sure. In English or my native language?
Either way you want. You can, but you have to say both that in English and because we
No
all
problem.
want to know that. What do you say?
No problem. I can say one thing for sure, which is Mera Naam Juwaria Hai, that I know.
Oh wow.
No, but just wanted to thank you and everybody here. Of course, I think you guys are doing such a phenomenal job. I know many people in the community, especially from the Bengali community, that tune in to watch and learn about updates. So I hope for those that are watching, it's been beneficial. Just to summarize everything we've talked about, the census, please go ahead and fill those out. If you haven't, please take the time. All you have to do is type in my2020census.gov. If you're interested in learning more about the Mayor's Good Neighbor Network, or if you know of a specific person, a senior or somebody who's socially isolated that needs help, please go ahead and check on them. If not, at least report it in so that you can connect them to other resources. And then we've covered the Mayor Summer Youth. The deadline is this Friday. We hope that you can go ahead and submit your application. And then last but not least, if you're looking to beautify your neighborhood and restore it, whatever capacity you're looking to do that in, we hope you're going to choose the Love Your Block program. There's a ton of funding available from $250 to $1,500, which is 1,500, of course. And if you've been awarded in the past, you still are eligible to apply again. So we hope the channel has been very helpful to you, but something that's of course going to affect us all is the COVID crisis. We're praying for all of your safety. Please stay home. Continue to tune in to the governor when he gives the live updates. Wear your masks. Those are obviously mandatory now. But in the meantime, have a blessful Ramadan. Ramadan's upon us, so hopefully our prayers and our good deeds would also be accepted going forward.
Thank you, both of you, and I wish you good luck and a happy and healthy life during this situation. And hopefully, your family will be. Family are very proud of you as a young age. You are, and both of you are doing great job in this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us here. We really appreciate it. You are doing great job. Also, we are proud of you. You are doing the live video people need, like you are doing whatever we can. We all are trying to do. We are all trying to help. So we will face it and we will fight it together. Please stay home, stay healthy. If you don't need anything, please stay home. Thank you.
ধন্যবাদ। শুধু দর্শক, আশা করি আমাদের এই অনুষ্ঠান থেকে আপনারা ইনাফ ইনফরমেশন পেয়েছেন। আমাদের প্রচেষ্টা আপনাদেরকে সঠিক ইনফরমেশন দেওয়ার জন্য। আমাদের এই প্রোগ্রামে যেটার মূল উদ্দেশ্য ছিল সামার ইয়ুথ প্রোগ্রাম, মেয়র ব্রাউন এর অফিস থেকে যে সামার ইয়ার প্রোগ্রামে আমাদের হাই স্কুলের স্টুডেন্টরা এখানে অ্যাপ্লাই করতে পারবে, বিভিন্ন ডিফারেন্ট প্রফেশনের তাদের এক্সপিরিয়েন্সটা নিতে পারবে। সো সেই অ্যাপ্লিকেশনটা ফিল আউট করার শেষ তারিখ হলো, শেষ ডে হলো শুক্রবার। সো আপনারা আশা করি যাদের ছেলে মেয়ে আছে সামার ইন্টার্নশিপের জন্য আপনারা তাদেরকে এনকারেজ করবেন অ্যাপ্লাই করার জন্য। আরেকটা যেটা আমাদের ছিল সেন্সাস 2020, আমরা আশা করি সবাই এটার জন্য এটা ফিল আউট করবো অনলাইনে। ইটস সো ইজি, এটা খুবই সহজ একটা জিনিস। আপনারা অনলাইনে গেলেই আপনার census2020.gov এ গেলেই আপনারা ইয়াটা ফিল আউট করতে পারবেন। তো এটা আমাদের বাফলোর জন্য অতি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ একটা জিনিস। আর আমাদের বিভিন্ন রিসোর্স আছে ফিড বাফলো, যেটা হালাল ফুড সার্ভ করে থাকে। তাদের ফোন নাম্বার 716-588-0137। আপনাদের যদি কারো হালাল ফুডের দরকার হয়, বিভিন্ন কোনো কোশ্চেন থাকলে আপনারা ফিড বাফলোর সাথে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন। এছাড়াও আমাদের কমিউনিটিতে ডিফারেন্ট অর্গানাইজেশন যারা হেল্প করে আসছেন, গ্রোসারি অথবা বিভিন্ন ওয়েবসাইটে অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করার জন্য। এর মধ্যে বাংলাদেশ সোসাইটি, এবিসিবি, আমেরিকান বাংলাদেশ বাফলো কমিউনিটি অফ বাফলো, হেল্প ফর বাংলাদেশ, বাফলো দেশি, তারা ট্রিমেন্ডাস জব করে যাচ্ছেন আমাদের কমিউনিটির জন্য। আমরা আশা করি আপনাদের যে কোনো দরকারে আপনারা ওনাদের সাথে যোগাযোগ করবেন। আর আপনাদের যে কোনো কোশ্চেন, কোনো কনসার্ন থাকলে আপনারা আমাদের বাফলো বাংলা ফেসবুকে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন। অলসো আমাদের বাফলো বাংলা পত্রিকার ইমেল আছে info@buffalobangla.com। সো আপনারা সবাই সুস্থ থাকুন, সুন্দর থাকুন। আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, আল্লাহ হাফেজ, আসসালামু আলাইকুম।